all-round option for Australia, and of course, if there is due again, he's the seam-up option when you can't really bowl two spinners or more than two spinners. Glenn Maxwell might not bowl too many overs then if there's a lot of dew around. So both sides hedging their bets in terms of both spin and pace. Almost a similar sort of playing 11 for both. Perhaps India playing that extra seamer, so maybe providing that. Maybe that imbalance in batting, because Ravindra Jadeja is batting as high as number 7, and to me that is just the slightest worry for India, that their batting is a little too shallow.
Well, certainly those are the numbers that they stack up, and with the news that Australia had won the toss and decided to bat first, we'll slip into a short break and leave you with the highlights of the Mohali game, where Australia chased down a mammoth 358 to square the series 2-all. So we will be back just before the first ball.
Sports Flashes live. Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
He does that. Smack again onside, being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes. You are tuned into Sports Flashes Radio. Sports Flashes Radio. World's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, the official broadcast partner of BCCI. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
Score signalled by umpire Anil Chaudhary. 20 overs gone. Australia 114 for 2. Jump a fair bit if with a few dot deliveries. It's time reverse sweep once again, beating the man at point, and it is racing away to the boundary. 4 runs for Khwaja. So finally coming good with that reverse sweep. 7th boundary from Khwaja. He moves to 64 of 64. 124 for 2 Australia in the 22nd over. It's time a full toss, pulled away towards mid-wicket. Fielder absolutely no chance. Boundary from Hanscom. Moves on to 54. Australia 132 for 2.
Backward point and extra cover in position for Hanscom, who sweeps, and there is nobody in the deep there. Fielder at square leg, but he will not be able to cut it off. The first boundary of this over. 8 from it though. He's down the wicket and up in the air, will clear the ropes, and long on for a 6. Just a bit of loop from Chahal, and the batsman was attacking, and that's the first 6 of the innings for Australia. It's come off Peter Hanscom's blade.
10 away from his second ODI 100, got the first one in the previous match, so it could be back-to-back hundreds for Khwaja, but at the moment Hanscom on strike, goes high and straight into the side screen. 6 runs, that's the second 6 of the innings, both hit by Peter Hanscom. Kedar Jadhav right arm over the wicket, goes again in the same direction with the same result. Back-to-back 6s from Peter Hanscom. Races to 94 now. of just 86 deliveries. Again, Hanscom going past the cover region. Will the ball race to the boundary? Yes, it will. So this has been the breakout over from Peter Hanscom as he races to 99. Bumrah. Running catch taken by Kuldeep Yadav at deep fine leg. And Khwaja misses out the opportunity of getting back-to-back hundreds. Got 104 in Ranchi, but here holding out in the deep, trying to pull a short delivery from Bumrah towards the fine leg area. Managed to get only a top edge and is gone for 91. Kuldeep Yadav taking a good running catch from deep fine leg to get rid of Usman Khwaja. 208 for 3 Australia in the 34th over. Bumrah bowls right arm. Time down the leg side. Just guiding it past the keeper into the fence is Glenn Maxwell. 8 runs from this over so far from Bumrah, plus the wicket. 3 of them have already come in this over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar. 214 for 3 in the next one. Tries to turn it around. Did he get it? Did he bat on it? Or no? It remains to be seen. Yes, no signal from the umpire. So that is 100 from Peter Hanscom. Gets a good sound round of applause from the crowd. Facing him is Glenn Maxwell. Flat, and this time going up in the air. How far has that gone? And that's gone over. Straight boundaries, shorter than the square ones. And Glenn Maxwell going straight down the ground over the head of the long on fielder for 6. That's his first 6. 4th of the innings. 3 hit by Peter Hanscom. Facing him is Glenn Maxwell. Goes for a reverse sweep. There's an appeal and given. Glenn Maxwell has been given out leg before. Walks across to Peter Hanscom to check whether he was in front or not. Yes, they've gone for the review. It was expected because Glenn Maxwell looked a little surprised. They've taken the review.
Kuldeep Yadav. The required rate down below 10. 9.9, but yes, technically below 10. But then, boundaries are the need of the hour. If they can pick up one boundary, attack the bowlers a bit more. So, certain grip problems for the spinners, which explains their high economy today. This is smashed for another boundary. Short of length, steps forward and pulls it towards, in the gap between square leg and mid wicket. No stopping that. And Turner has moved on to 14 of 10. Back-to-back 4s. She's supposed to take those. This time, pull towards mid wicket, and that is salt on wounds. 3rd boundary of this over. 39 gone, 252 for 4. Bhuvneshwar Kumar to Hanscom, Yorker, and he's managed to, not dig it out, but managed to edge it between his legs. Was it deliberate? We'll have to wait for visuals. But this has flown down towards fine leg for a boundary. Hanscom is all smiles. Kuldeep to Ashton Turner, who's played it up in the air. This is 6. Down the ground. You can't do anything about it, even if there was a fielder, because it was flying and flying and flying. And smashes it onto the side screen. Back of the hand. Well spotted from Ashton Turner. We've seen in the past he's a very calm customer. So, inside outfield for Peter Hanscom. We've seen this a few times in the series. Nobody at third man or fine leg. Both fielders up in the circle. Backward point. And then quite a few fielders protecting the boundary. This time up in the air. And KL Rahul coming underneath it. Takes it. Running in from long off. Chahal exults. Hanscom has to go back. 117 of 105. But that's the end of his innings. 84 for 49. That's the equation. Chahal to Turner, who's taken the aerial route through the gap. 6. Off. Angled it. Opened the face with a bat. Backward point could only watch. And it was a well played angle from Turner.
No balls in this innings from the Indian bowlers so far. 5 wides this time. Straight drive and nothing to do with that. Goes straight into the stands. 6 runs. Definite extra cover on the 30-yard circle. Not really intending to save the singles. Bumrah comes in. 5th delivery of this over. Over number 46, and this time going down, clipping it behind. Ashton Turner trying his heroics and getting away with it. That's a 6 for him as well. His second boundary. 19 of 11, Alex Carey joining the party. This time ball in the air and taken. So Alex Carey has to depart. Catch taken. Finally, Shikhar Dhawan gets it right. Australia lose wicket number 6 with the score on 357. Next one played quietly towards the mid-on fielder, and the batsman will run too. And that will be it. Australia win by 4 wickets.
World's biggest sports radio channel. This is Sports Flashes live. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel. Sports Flashes, everything about sports.
You were just enjoying the highlights from the Mohali game. We'll slip into a short break and we'll be back with comments from Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan about the team compositions.
One team on path of setting new records. Another made history in the past. And now, one more time. These two teams will fight each other to prove their might. 2 T20s, 5 ODIs, Australia Tour of India. Don't miss live commentary with cricket experts on Sports Flashes Radio, the global audio broadcaster of BCCI. Tune in now to Sports Flashes Radio, the world's biggest sports radio channel.
Cricket trivia. Only on Sports Flashes.
The man in blue holds the record for scoring highest number of runs in a one-day international game between India and Australia. India scored a mammoth 383 runs in a match that was played in 2013 in Bengaluru. The record of scoring the lowest amount of runs also belongs to the Indian team. In the year 1981, the entire team was bowled out at the score of only 63 runs in a match that was played in Sydney.
One station filled with full football fever.
Thinks about the shot, will go for it, and will plant an absolute cracker into the corner to put the icing on what is a very sweet tasting cake for Manchester City.
And you are just one click away.
Sergio Aguero. Oh, that's vicious! Unstoppable!
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Welcome back to Sports Flashes Radio, live from the Firozshah Kotla ground in Delhi. Joining me now is former India leg spinner Lakshman Shivaramakrishnan. 2 changes for both sides, but India have opted for extra pace option.
Yeah, it's quite clear, isn't it? They rate Vijay Shankar and Kedar Jadhav. They've gone for plenty in the last 2 games. They thought they will do the job of the 5th bowler, but clearly making sure that they're relieved of the duties with the ball and making sure that they concentrate on the bat. It's a good option to have 3 frontline top-class fast bowlers, Jadeja, the all-rounder spinner, and also getting in Kuldeep Yadav, a wicket-taker in the mix of things. Otherwise, the batsmen will have to take the responsibility, a lot of responsibility by Vijay Shankar in particular. Top 3 are world beaters on their given day, but Vijay Shankar, who's coming up the ranks, has to make a significant contribution on a consistent basis.
Sean Marsh being left out and Marcus Stoinis comes in. Now that was an obvious change because Sean Marsh's contributions was 16, 6 and 7. But Nathan Lyon for Behrendorff. You agree with that?
Well, I was having a chat with Aaron Finch also just before the match started near the pitch side. And he obviously thought that the pitch will turn later on in the game. But he won the toss and decided to bat first. Batting conditions are bound to be really good up front. And if there's no dew, and that's a big if, because they were expecting dew and stuff like that, I think this pitch will wear out if there's no dew. But they had to make the call on a slow, sluggish track. The left arm swing or Barrendorf or Nathan Lyon was probably the best off spinner in the world. They've gone with Nathan Lyon. We'll have to wait and see how he reacts to the situation and performs in this game.
Well, trust me on this one, Shiva. I'm a Delhi person, and if there's clouds in the sky, no chance of a dew. So if Australia were afraid of dew, I don't think they should be. And Nathan Lyon could be a handful on this track because the ground is not very big.
Well, that clearly shows that Australia are not worried about the dew factor because of the cloud conditions, like you mentioned. Because they won the toss, they could have easily opted to bowl first if they were expecting dew. They are apprehensive about the dew factor. The decision to bat first is to make sure that they put up a big target on the board, and also hoping that no dew. And they'll also be hoping that there'll be a normal wear and tear on the pitch where run scoring might become a little difficult in the second part. But certainly you can expect a score of 280 plus.
Well, 280 plus is what you expect, but statisticians tell us that 250 plus would be a winning total here.
Well, that's been in the past. But I think that having looked at the pitch, it looks really, really good. And the batting strength of both teams have been fantastic. And you just get a fair idea what would be a good score when you go with an average generally taken over the last 10 games played at a particular venue. But looking at the pitch today and the batting strength of both these teams, India and Australia, you'll definitely expect 270, 280 for sure.
Well, India haven't lost here in the last 15 matches. They've lost only one, but 6 straight ODI series wins. 7. They never won 7 in a row. The last time their streak was broken by South Africa in October 2015. So plenty of records poised here as well. But head-to-head, India have got 3 wins against Australia. Australia only 1. Would that weigh on the mind as well?
Well, Aaron Finch mentioned at the time of toss that the mood is pumped up. They want to carry on with the momentum. And when they were 2-0 down, Australia, they would have probably thought that things are not going their way, but they bounced back really well. That shows the mental strength of these two teams, especially Australia making it 2-all after being 0-2 down. And this will be a very, very crucial game for both sides. Pressure on.
Well, the traditional bell has just been rung by the DDCA president, Rajat Sharma, and the umpires walking in. So we'll slip into a short break and be back with the first ball.
One team on path of setting new records. Another made history in the past. And now, one more time. These two teams will fight each other to prove their might. 2 T20s, 5 ODIs, Australia Tour of India. Don't miss live commentary with cricket experts on SportsFlashes Radio, the global audio broadcaster of BCCI. Tune in now to SportsFlashes Radio, the world's biggest sports radio channel.
Here we go, what a start. Crunch that very first ball. Oh, what about that? What about that? Oh, and another one. Easily done by the keeper.
It's about time for Indian T20 Showdown. Stay tuned to Sports Flashes. This is Sports Flashes live.
The flying Finn from Helsinki is on his last lap. Looking magnificently good for his 20th World Championship win.
Download Sports Flashes app or visit www.sportsflashes.com. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
Sports Flashes.
Catch all the cricketing action and complete drama at one click of your phone.
Does that. Smack again onside being peppered. Consecutive boundaries.
Don't miss. Download the app now. Sports Flashes, world's biggest sports radio channel.
SportsFlashes.
Welcome back to Sports Flashes Radio, coming to you live from Firozshah Kotla for the fifth and final one-day international between India and Australia, alongside former India leg spinner Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan. I'm Ravikant Singh. Bhuvneshwar Kumar getting us underway. Facing him is the left-handed Usman Khwaja. Bowling from the Red Fort end is Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Left-handed Khwaja. Two slips there. First delivery on the off-stump, played quietly away. The pitch does not afford too much movement, Shiva, but starting with two slips.
With these cloudy conditions, expecting a little bit of swing. Bhuvneshwar Kumar, more known for his swing bowling, had a few yards apiece in the last couple of years. But the idea is to try and pick up a wicket early. Usman Khwaja at times has been found wanting in his footwork. So the length has got to be up, see if there is swing. If there's no swing, then take the slip fielders out.
Next delivery outside the off-stump. There is a hint of swing there. The ball pitching and moving away from Khwaja, the in-swinger from the right-hander.
Yeah, it's got to be spot on. We have three top fast bowlers playing for India. I probably think that's the way to go. India playing three fast bowlers, Shami, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, then Bumrah. So middle of the innings, we'll see a couple of spinners as well, Kuldeep and Jadeja.
Well, definitely hoping that spinners will be in action sooner rather than later. The next one played quietly towards the mid-on fielder. No chance of a run.
It'll be steady to start with. If you get early wickets, a big bonus. So bowler, you need to settle down. Much like a batsman needs to settle down, you've got to settle down. Different ground conditions, different overhead conditions. Settle down to a nice rhythm in the early part of your spin.